have said that you absolutely will not fight Wilder if an audience can't be present because you need that audience. Do you still stand by that?
You know what? This Wilder fight at the moment, I think Wilder's got bigger issues than actual boxing at the moment. I'm quite worried for Wilder's mental health and well-being. Since the fight was quite a while ago, it was February this year, earlier on. And, we all don't want to be defeated after such a long time of being undefeated professionals. But there has to be a point where you accept defeat and move on. Wilder doesn't seem to be able to do that. He's holding all these malice feelings and he's making all his excuses. And I'm quite concerned for his mental well-being after this defeat because he's coming out with ludicrous statements. And I'm not sure what's going on, but like I say, I always say to anybody like that, I'm only a phone call away, and if I can help in any way, then I would give him the best advice I can. But to go on like he's continuing, it seems to me that the fight has really affected his mental well-being.
Well, obviously...
Wow. Listen. Tyson Fury has went the route of concern that Deontay Wilder's mental health is affected, and he blames the fight. He blames the fight on what happened in the fight as the result of the fight, the punches that he may have taken in the fight. He blames that possibly of being one of the reasons. And you can read between the lines. You can read this book closed. Okay, and what do I say about that? He's saying that he must be out of your fucking mind to think or to believe what you're actually saying. Now, a lot of people would argue back and forth, for the main front or for the main bulk of people that's seen, a lot of people don't believe the accusations. The most important thing is Deontay Wilder does. But here's the thing. What are you going to do about it from now? Do you actually file a criminal case against Fury? Okay, if you do that, cool. But if you're going to do that, why would you want to fight that dude at this point in time? Povetkin was a guy that he sued also. If you guys can remember. That's a person he didn't even fucking get in the ring with. He never done anything physically to Wilder except the possibility of him cheating. Yes, he cheated. Povetkin cheated against Deontay Wilder in their preliminary talks after agreeing to fight. They found out he was cheating. Okay? Therefore, Team Wilder sued him. The shit went back and forth. It was real messy. And guess what happened? The fight ended up not happening anyway. Okay, but this is coming from a guy that never laid a hand on you. Right? Povetkin never laid a hand on Deontay Wilder, but yet he sued him. So my thing is, if you're going to use that same type of energy for a person like Povetkin, for a possibility of hurting you and getting the ring with you dirty, that means all this shit you're talking about with that Fury did, not alone everybody else, but what Fury did, you should just sue. Wilder should just sue. Because see, at this point, people are really questioning, dude, are you fucking right in the head? And it's very disrespectful. Especially if I'm Wilder, this would piss me off. I think it's fucking hilarious. But if I'm Wilder, though, and I'm putting myself in Wilder's shoes, and I hear shit like that, oh no. I'm livid at that point. And see, hearing stuff like this, I would have already pressed charges. But concerned, he was like, hey, I can help him the best way I can because I've been through mental illness. But my mental illness didn't come from a beating or defeat. Maybe it was the defeat itself. Hey, this ain't the first person that said that shit. Here's the problem with association. People keep mentioning certain things and associating your name with it. Let me give you an example. Lance Pugmire. He questioned Deontay Wilder's mental state. Didn't he not? Yeah, we debunked it. We counterpunched it because he never saw Deontay Wilder. However, his quietness is an action. Okay, so that was the first association. Now Tyson Fury is saying the similar shit. Okay, now other people are saying, dude, what's wrong with Tyson? What's wrong with Deontay Wilder? See, it's people are looking at your actions and they're looking at it like, yo, what's up with you? What's the deal? You good? Those type of things. And at this point, Tyson didn't even really go into, from what I've heard, I'll let you guys listen to a little bit more, but for what I hear, he didn't really go into will he ever fight him. You know, now it's been brought up back up with the live crowd or whatever. So that is a good thing, because so that is some shade of hope on top of what we already heard about the mediation process, because that's the first step. You know what I mean? So it is going towards something to try to get something done, you know, for Wilder. Because if this is my counterpunch on this, if Wilder never gets the opportunity, and I want people to listen to me very carefully, if Wilder doesn't get the opportunity to redeem himself at this point, based on everything that's went on, I don't think he'll be anything like the same. He needs this. He needs this reckoning. He needs this closure. He needs this shit. You know, if you think Deontay Wilder was running after Tyson Fury before, oh, he's really going to be running after him now. I don't, you know, I think he wants his revenge. If he feels that he was cheated, that means he feels that he can beat Tyson Fury. But here's the problem. Here's the fucking problem, that everybody that ride with Wilder, that supposedly that are Wilder fans, don't understand. You guys are fucking hella convinced that Tyson Fury cheated, right? Okay, if you're that convinced of him being cheated, and what if he didn't fucking cheat? You guys are in fucking trouble. Because that means you've abandoned any other possible strategy on how to get that bald-headed motherfucker out of there when you fight him again. Because if you do fight him again, you're going to think it's going to be like the first fight. He's going to be running. He ain't got nothing to worry about. And if he was cheating in the first round fight, why was he fighting like the way he was fucking fighting? Counterpunch. But moving on. If you guys don't have a good game plan and you're telling this man what he needs to hear and you believe everything he said, anybody can be wrong. Hell, I could be wrong or whatever. But if Wilder doesn't have a strategy on how to beat this guy, that guy's going to do that same shit again. And then the grand story on, well, damn, what if he wasn't cheating? If he wasn't cheating, we need to work on a way so this guy can gather up a strategy, a game plan to beat Tyson Fury. Because if that's the case, if you thought the only way he could win is he cheated and he found it, fucked around and didn't cheat, that means he just beat you fair and square. That means you need to come up with something to counter that with, to counter that rush and to stop him from doing that, to hit him on the inside, you know, work on another game plan. So, but with Tyson Fury saying, hey, I'm concerned about his mental health because this shit is ludicrous. A lot of people wouldn't disagree with that for obvious reasons. And those reasons of like, yo, why did you wait this long? Damn, a surgery don't make you mute. You know what I'm saying? So why did you wait this long? You know, and it comes to find out, well, you didn't really wait. You let the info out through other people and other sources and other avenues and stuff like that. Okay, well, but in the grand scheme of things, though, you know, when you come out with these type of accusations, it seems like if it was that serious, you would have done that way before. You know what I mean? So that delayed in time is like, okay, well, people would ask, you know, why did you do certain things? Because the things that you did weren't really that fucking intelligent. It was no meaning for it. You know, and you know, I was on a panel not too long ago and people talked through it. But people will question the welfare of Deontay Wilder. But it's very disrespectful for Tyson Fury to say that. And here's the thing: Tyson will insult you with something that he's gearing to be serious about. Okay, so it's an insult. He's insulting you, but it's almost like everyone else around him supposed to be laughing except him, because the way he says certain jokes, they're meant to be truthful coming out of his mouth. So by alone, he's serious about what he's saying. That what makes it disrespectful, because I don't think anything is really wrong with Deontay Wilder, except he may not be able to take a loss like normal fucking people. But is he mentally fucked up? How does that, how does he deal with that? I don't know. But for Tyson Fury to say that, that means I did stuff to you in that ring that fucked you up to have you thinking this, that, and the third. But again, it ain't too far-fetched, to some people, but it looks like a big fairy tale to a lot of other people. But here's the other thing I want to talk to you guys about. You can't really get that pissed off at Tyson Fury for taking this route. Why? Because Deontay Wilder did the same shit. Think about it. When Tyson Fury fought Otto Wallin, another guy we never heard of who he was, the way his performance was in that fight, it was a challenging bout for Tyson Fury. And he had to battle with a lot of other things that was going on. He looked weight drained. And the first thing Deontay Wilder said was what? I'm the reason he fighting like that. You see what I'm saying? Now Tyson Fury is, I'm the reason why your brain's bad. You see what I'm saying? So, hey, counterpunch. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Tyson Fury concerned about Deontay Wilder's mental health. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.